Hi there guys, Jus4Sweetz here. Today I got inspired by looking at a website, and I am going to make you cookie dough frosting. And I have made some miniature brownies. They're in little, they're just like a miniature cupcake, and I'm going to top them with cookie dough frosting. And probably take them to work tomorrow because we won't eat them all at home. But I thought I would show you this because who does not love cookie dough? Cookie dough is delicious, and so what better than to have it on top of a brownie or a cupcake, or you know, anything you want to have it on top of, or just by the spoonful. So let's get started. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of room temperature softened unsalted butter, and I have that all ready to go and measured out. And then we need 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. Now feel free to replace that with a chunky peanut butter if you like. Some people like the chunks of the peanuts in there. Let me get a spoon to scoop this off with. So either one, creamy or crunchy. I'm using creamy today. I'm going to get my 2 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter because I love peanut butter. I mean, and if you have a peanut allergy or anything like that, you could probably substitute this with like a soy butter, or I'm sure they make something in that section that is peanut free. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour, of all-purpose flour that I've already pre-measured out. Put that in the bowl. And we have 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar patted down, and I just pre-measured all that. We have half a cup of just oatmeal, not instant oatmeal, just the regular oatmeal that you buy in the big container to cook. Put that in there. And then we are going to measure out 3/4, you know what, actually before I do that, I'm going to mix all this up first. And then we're going to do the powdered sugar. Okay, let's get that going and let that mix. I'm going to see, hopefully you can see that in there. Try to get you a little bit closer there. If you can see it mixing inside on a low speed. Okay, let's just get that mixing a little bit. Want to blend the peanut butter and the butter together. Try to give it that creamy consistency. It almost looks like an oatmeal cookie dough right now. Alright, so we've got that blended. Let's go ahead and add our 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And this is a half cup measure that I have. So we're going to do 1, and then we're going to fill this up halfway. I don't feel like getting my quarter measure up, but put a 3/4 cup total. So we have a half, and then a 1/4. Okay. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of vanilla to this because I think vanilla goes great in everything. When it comes to dessert, it brings out those wonderful, wonderful flavors. So we're going to add a ½ teaspoon of some pure vanilla here. Put that in there. And then we want to add probably right around 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. You can replace the heavy cream with half and half or milk. I just prefer to use this. So we're going to get that mixing here. You want to get your rubber spatula ready. Let that go. Now I like to mix mine quite a bit because I like my frostings to be real silky and whippy. Whipped. Don't you love my... I always screw up on tape. Anyway, we like them to be real whipped and a nice consistency. So we're going to go ahead. We've got that going. I'll show you what it looks like right now. You can see kind of a cookie dough frosting consistency. It's kind of chunky though because it's got the oatmeal in it. And if you feel like yours is too thick, you know, go ahead and add a little bit more cream at a time. Now what we're going to do is I have these miniature chocolate chips, and we're going to put just about a handful in there, or as many as you like. And if you have like the little miniature M&Ms or even full-size M&Ms, Let's say you want to do sprinkles. You can put just about anything you want to into this frosting. Make it your own special cookie dough frosting. I'm using just chocolate chips today. I grabbed M&Ms at the store, and I thought, you know what? There's already a lot of chocolate in the brownie, and then we have the chocolate in the frosting. So I left the M&Ms out, even though that is my favorite candy. And I just decided to do the chocolate chips. Feel free to add peanut butter chips, white chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, anything you can think of. Dark chocolate chips, semi-sweet, milk chocolate. These little miniature chocolate chips are actually semi-sweet chocolate chips that I got in the bulk section. Okay, I'm going to do this on one last high here. I'm going to kind of whip that together. Perfect. I'm going to show you this, and then I'll get out a brownie and frost it for you so you can see. It smells just like cookie dough, and obviously I'm going to have to taste it before I put it on the brownie. It's really good. Perfect, not too sweet. That vanilla adds a nice little touch to it. So I think that's important to have in there. Okay, let's get a bag here. Now I just have one of my pastry bags. I wash these out and reuse them. And I am not going to use a tip. I just have a hole at the bottom that I cut with the scissors, because the last thing you want to do is try to squeeze the oatmeal and the chocolate chips through a little tip. Now, I do have bigger tips that I can use, and those would fit through there just fine. So, you know, feel free to use a tip, but just make sure it's a bigger tip. It's not a small, regular pastry tip, because then you're going to struggle with all this stuff getting through the bag. So, another thing that you could probably do to this, and I might have to try it, is maybe add like 2 tablespoons of cream cheese to this recipe. And I think that would be delicious. I love cream cheese in my frostings. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of squeeze this bag down. I'm gonna back you up just a tad here. I'm gonna squeeze this in there. See it start to come out right there? Leave that there. I'm gonna grab these brownies real quick. I have some in the oven that I'm still cooking, so I gotta take those out. Then I have some in the freezer. And I make a lot of cupcakes and cakes and cake pops and all that on the side for people. In fact, I have a bunch due at the end of the month. I'm doing 600 cupcakes for the railroad, and I'm doing cake pops for a wedding, and I'm constantly doing something. This weekend I'm making another one of those baby belly cakes. You'll have to go back and look at that video. For my niece's baby shower. So I'm constantly going. What I do after I bake my stuff, and this is just a basic brownie mix. I didn't even make it homemade. I just had them in the box. And I made my brownies, and instead of water, that calls for water in the mix, I substituted coffee to it because I like the way the coffee brings out the chocolate. And anyway, I just cooked them in little mini muffin wrappers in my pan for about 15 minutes on 350. So you can do whatever you want, cupcakes or whatever. Let's go ahead and get this frosting on there, and we're gonna see what these yummy little things look like. Now it's kind of thick, so you can, I have different ways that I do frosting, so I'll probably just do them and see which way works best. Probably that way. And we're just gonna go ahead and squeeze that cookie dough on there, and you do as little as you want or as much as you want. I'll tell you what though, people are gonna love you. Because everyone, oh, see, then they start to move. Everyone loves cookie dough. I don't know too many people that don't. My kids usually want to eat it out of the bowl instead of make the cookies. I don't like the way that one turned out, so we're going to take that one off. I'm kind of OCD about that. Got to make them all look the same. Okay, and then what I'll probably do is take one of these little miniature chocolate chips and dress these up. It'd be really good like in a chocolate chip cupcake too. Just put one right on top. One little chocolate chip one. Even though there's chocolate chips already in it, we want to make it look prettier on top than that, right? All right. So there we go. This is our cookie dough frosting. There's no eggs or anything in it, so it's just like eating raw cookie dough. Look at that. Those look good. I'm going to get you real close so you can see these. Get this out of the way. Look at these. Yum, yum. There we go. So that is a delicious miniature brownie that I made. You can make your own cupcakes or whatever. And the cookie dough frosting, I'll go over the ingredients one more time. It's 2 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. You can use crunchy, creamy, whatever you like. I used creamy. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar packed, 1/2 cup of oatmeal, not instant oatmeal, just the regular oatmeal, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. I used a 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. You can replace that with vanilla bean paste, which would be really good in there too. You could even, if you wanted to give it like a nutty flavor, use an almond extract. And then about 2 to 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, but you can replace that with half and half or milk. You don't have to use the heavy cream. And about a handful of chocolate chips. Feel free to throw M&Ms in there, peanut butter chips, butterscotch chips, white chocolate chips, whatever your taste buds are desiring. Whatever kind of cookie you like, that's what you can stick in there. So you can even feel free to add a little bit of cinnamon to that. So I hope you had fun with this. I had a lot of fun with this. I was really inspired, like I said, by finding a website last night that had something similar to this, and I just thought I had to try it and share with you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel with all the fun things we do. And God bless. Until next time. Bye-bye.